Hello, I'm Larry Murphy. I want to begin by asking you a question. Do you remember the first crush that you ever had? Yeah, me too. Mine was on this pretty girl in the same class with me at Fairview Elementary School just outside of Galax. Now, being young, of course, I was inexperienced in matters of romance, but I did have something I thought would give me an edge over the other boys in her class. You see, I had watched numerous movies with suave leading men, so I knew that the way to a woman's heart was with diamonds. So that weekend I went into town and I bought her the finest diamond necklace, well, that I could afford, with the money that I had earned from a grit newspaper route. Well, that Monday I dropped it into my pocket on the way out the door heading for school. I had a plan. It was to give it to her the first thing that morning, but, well, my courage failed me. I just couldn't do it. It was as though my hand was as well as glued in my pocket. But that was okay. I still had Tuesday. Well, Tuesday came, and as well as Wednesday and Thursday, and they all ended the same, with the necklace going home with me. Finally, it's Friday. It's do or die time. Well, I've got my routine down pat. I'm standing there again like the other 4 days, standing still, shuffling my feet, saying nothing, got my hands in my pocket, twiddling the necklace with my sweaty fingers. When all of a sudden I realized I believe I can do it. And I moved my hand out of my pocket, lo and behold, there it is. For all the world to see, the necklace. I presented to her, and well, the expression on her face was not what I was hoping for. It was one of abject disappointment. Well, I looked at the necklace, in her hand, and I realized what the problem was. A week in my pocket, being twiddled each day with my sweaty fingers, had morphed this supposed silver into a clump of cheap green knotted metal with pocket lint intermingled in amongst it. Well, that romance, must I say, did not develop. But I was not lost. You see, I did learn a valuable lesson that day. I learned just how debilitating fear can be. And I have learned through life that that's also true for every age and every situation, every area of life. And I'm afraid the church is not exempt. In fact, the modern expression of the church in America is pretty much incapacitated by fear. Its fear is it's deadly afraid of sinners. Afraid of them, and especially afraid of saying something that one might find offensive and not like for him. Oh my God, that's bad. But it gets even worse. For you see, the workers of iniquity know that what it is up against is a fearful church. And therefore it knows it has nothing to fear from the church. And therefore it is at liberty to do what it wants, and what it has wanted to do all along is rip to shreds the very fabric of society. It is writing its own laws of morality that suit its perverse proclivities. And it's demanding that the rest of us, not only accept, but like how it is that the biblical morals have been dropped, judged to be, old. And rather, that best for the church to do as well as sinner, is to adapt and to adopt the sinner's morality as our own church morals. Well, what's the church doing about all of this? Well, exactly what the workers of iniquity had banked on. It's doing absolutely nothing. Well, some are actually doing something. We actually have some traitors. Some traitors that are giving aid and comfort to the workers of iniquity, and even join forces with them. And so now we have not only outside forces, but internal forces that are trying to destroy the church. Within, without, we are being bombarded. Where did all this fear come from that's so pervasive in our society and even in the church? Well, the Bible's quite clear in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. It says that God did not give us a spirit of fear. It's clear on that. So that leaves us with a logical question. Well, where did this spirit of fear come from? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I think our problem is worse than I realized when I first began this little talk. We've got problems. And friends, it's Friday. I don't know what day of the week you're watching this, but when it comes to the time that we've got to dilly-dally, it's Friday. Like when it came to Friday with my necklace, it's do or die time. It's time for us to take our hands out of our pockets and stop playing pocket pool.